Okay, we are going to read and discuss our story, the U.S. Constitution. Now, before we start even reading our story, we're going to discuss the genre of our story. So first off, this story is an informational text. Now, an informational text, or at least this story, has some certain characteristics about it. First off, all informational texts give facts about a topic, and they give examples about that topic. So our story gives us facts and examples. The other thing in our story, or informational texts, often include headings and subheadings to signal what comes next. Because we have our heading and our subheading, and then it gives us information about that. It tells us what is coming next in the text. Informational texts include central ideas supported by key details and facts. Informational text can also tell us certain social studies words, because this is a topic, as a matter of fact. Are you studying things about the government in social studies right now? Are you learning about the 3 branches of government?
Yes.
Yes. So this is also a topic of interest in social studies. And informational text may include visuals and text features. Now, does informational text have made-up characters in it? No. No, right, Juliana, it does not. So it doesn't have anything made up in it. It's all true. Everything in informational text is true, because it's giving you information, so it's all true. So now we're going to start to read our story by Norman Pearl, illustrated by Matthew Skeens. So I'm going to go page by page, how I like to do it. Okay, are we ready? So let's follow along, and we will discuss, and then we should be ready to take our test we're going to take today.
My name is James Madison. I was the 4th President of the United States. I also played a big part in making a set of rules for the country. These rules are known as the Constitution. Let me tell you the story.
Okay, so who was James Madison according to this page? He was what? What was he? What was he, Teddy?
He played a big part in the U.S. Constitution.
He did play a big part. What else did we learn about James Madison that's important on this page? Olive?
He was the 4th president.
He was the 4th president of the United States. So we know that James Madison was the 4th president.
What is the U.S. Constitution? The Constitution of the United States is the plan for how the government works. It says how much power the branches or parts of the government can have. It tells them how to make laws and how to make sure all Americans follow them. The Constitution is a symbol of democracy. The Constitution is the highest law in the United States. It is more important than any city or state law. The first rules of the United States. After winning the Revolutionary War in 1783, the United States was a new country. Like any country, it needed rules. Its first set of rules was called the Articles of Confederation. These rules joined together the 13 states. It was a start, but the country needed more. The United States needed a better form of government.
Okay, so what can we say about the Constitution? What do we know about the Constitution from this page? What is the purpose of the Constitution? What do we know about it? Tell me something about it. Yanni?
The Constitution is the highest law in the United States.
It is the highest law in the United States. That's right. It's the highest law. It's higher than any other laws. It's higher than the laws in the states. So it is over state laws. It's more important than the state laws. What else do we know? Olive? It's a set of rules. That's right, it's a set of rules. What else do we know about the Constitution? Avery?
The Constitution of the United States is a plan for how the government works.
It is a plan for how the government works. Very good. What else do we know? Juliana?
It is more important than any city or state law.
It's more important than the city or state laws. So the constitutional laws are more important than the state laws. Logan?
The Constitution is a symbol of democracy.
It is a symbol of democracy. That's right, it is a symbol of democracy. Teddy?
As I said, James Madison wrote the U.S. Constitution.
Yes, it doesn't say that on this page here, does it? We're talking about the actual Constitution itself. What's in the Constitution? Jensen?
So, we were doing something about James Madison. There's something called the Federalist Papers.
Yes, the Federalist Papers.
So, instead of writing 25, they wrote 85. John Adams wrote about 25. Hamilton wrote 51. And then someone wrote 5 and then got 6.
Oh, did you look up more information about it?
No, I just have this really good playlist that I listen to.
Oh, from Hamilton? Oh, nice. Yes, Hamilton was so good. So yes, that is all about this time in history. So yes, very interesting. Hamilton is very good. So you can learn a lot of historic things from Hamilton. Clark, what else? What does it say about the branches of government? Does it tell us anything about the branches of government, the Constitution?
Yeah, the Constitution is the way that the government works, and it shows how each person has.
Yes, it tells how much power each of the branches has, and how many branches of government are there? How many branches of government are there? Ethan? How many?
There is. How many what?
Branches of government are there?
Oh, there is 3.
There's 3. Very good. So, the one thing that the Constitution does not tell us, it doesn't tell us anything about state laws, right? Because that's up to the individual states. The Constitution has nothing to do with state laws. It's all federal government, right? That's the most important thing. It just tells us about federal laws. So let's go to the next page here.
Who wrote the Constitution? In May 1787, delegates from most of the 13 states met in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Their job was to write the Constitution, a new set of rules for the country's government. The meeting was called the Constitutional Convention. The 55 delegates at the meeting later became known as the framers of the Constitution. Rhode Island was the only state that did not send any delegates to the Constitutional Convention. Convention. A convention is a meeting of people who share the same purpose or ideas. Delegates. People who have been chosen to make decisions for a larger group are called delegates.
Okay, so 55 delegates met to write the Constitution. What are delegates? What is a delegate? Avery, what's a delegate?
People who have been chosen to make, or the 55 delegates at the meeting.
Yeah, but what is a delegate?
Oh, people who have been chosen to make decisions for a larger group.
Yeah, people who have been chosen to make decisions for a larger group. Very good. People who have been chosen to make decisions for a larger, oh, I overwent there.
Many different ideas. Writing the Constitution was not easy. Many people had different ideas about what it should say. Some men wanted a strong national government. Others did not. There was a lot of arguing. Finally, on September 17, 1787, the arguing stopped and the delegates signed the Constitution. Then the states had to agree to follow it. The last one did so in 1790. James Madison was a delegate from Virginia. He helped the other delegates at the Constitutional Convention work through their differences. Madison was both smart and fair. He is known today as the father of the Constitution.
Okay, does anybody remember, I can't remember if we read this yet. What was the first set of rules for the United States called? The first set of rules for the United States. Did it say that yet in our story?
Yes.
What was that called? Olive?
The Articles of Confederation.
Yes, the Articles of Confederation. Very good.
The parts of the Constitution. The Constitution has three main parts: the preamble, the articles, and the amendments. 1. Preamble. The preamble is the beginning of the Constitution. The preamble tells Americans why they need a government and a constitution. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Domestic. When something is domestic, it is a part of or about the country in which you live. Welfare. If someone looks out for your welfare, that person makes sure you are healthy and happy. Posterity. If you think ahead to all the people who will be alive in the future, you are thinking about posterity.
Okay, now boys and girls, can you tell me, what are the parts of the Constitution? There's three parts to the Constitution. What are the three parts of the Constitution? Thomas, what are the three parts to the Constitution? No, those are the parts of government, the three branches of government. Yanni, tell them what the three parts of the Constitution are.
The preamble, the articles, and the amendment.
Thank you. Could you repeat that?
The preamble, the articles, and the amendment.
Thank you. The preamble, the articles, and the amendments. And then, could somebody tell me, what is the purpose of the preamble? What's the purpose of the preamble? Mikey?
Preamble.
Yeah, what's the purpose? Why do we have the preamble?
It's the beginning of the Constitution, and it tells the Americans why they need a government and a constitution.
Yes, it tells people why they need a government and a constitution. Oh, did I go past did I just go past that, the articles?
2. Articles. The 7 articles of the Constitution explain the branches of the U.S. government. They tell what those branches can and cannot do. In the United States, the people run the government. Americans have the right to vote. When they vote, Americans choose the people who will work for them in the government. The articles divide the U.S. government into 3 branches. Each branch has different powers. No one branch can become stronger than the others. This is called a balance of power. Every branch is equal. The articles allow people in government to keep all Americans safe. They say that the government can build an army and a navy to guard the country.
Okay, now somebody tell me, what are the 3 branches of government? Livy? Executive,
Executive,
judicial,
and the
legislative. Okay, so everybody, let's say that. Executive,
Executive,
judicial,
judicial,
did I say executive, judicial, legislative?
legislative.
Thank you. Now, let's keep reading.
The executive branch. This branch is made up of the president, the vice president, and the people who help them do their jobs. It is headquartered in the White House. The judicial branch. This branch is the court system. Judges see that laws are carried out in the right way. The judicial branch is headquartered in the Supreme Court, the highest court in the United States. The legislative branch. This branch is made up of the Congress, which is divided into two parts, the House of Representatives and the Senate. Congress makes the nation's laws. It is headquartered in the Capitol.
Okay, so where is the judicial branch headquartered? Where is that headquartered? Jensen?
Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court. Very good.
3. Amendments. The amendments were not part of the original Constitution. They were added later. They give Americans many rights. For example, the amendments say that Americans cannot be made slaves. They can belong to any religion they want. All Americans age 18 and older can vote. Since it was signed in 1787, the Constitution has been amended or added to 27 times. The first 10 amendments are called the Bill of Rights. These are the most important rights Americans have.
Okay.
The Constitution and you. So, how does the Constitution work for you? The Constitution gives the U.S. government the power to make laws. Laws aren't just for adults, they're for kids too. There are laws that allow kids to go to school. Others say what kinds of jobs kids can have and how many hours they can work. For more than 200 years, the Constitution has kept the U.S. government strong. I'm proud of our Constitution. Now that you know its story, I hope you are too.
Yes.
You can see the original Constitution at the National Archives building in Washington, D.C. The Bill of Rights and the Declaration of Independence are there too.
Yes, do you have a question? Now, boys and girls, could somebody tell me, why do you think there were disagreements during the writing of the Constitution? Why do you think there were disagreements? Clark, what do you think? Some people wanted a strong national government and some people didn't. Juliana?
They kept separating because they didn't have anything to agree about because they all wanted different laws.
They wanted different laws. Olive?
I was going to say the same thing.
Same thing. Kelsey?
They wanted different laws and they wanted different things for it to say.
Okay. And why do you think that James Madison is known as the father of the Constitution? Why is he known as the father of the Constitution? Avery?
Because he was the one that wrote the Constitution.
He was one of the people who wrote the Constitution. He was the one who wrote it. Yes, Olive?
He played a big role in writing it.
He played a big role in writing it. So he wasn't the only person who wrote it, but he played a big role in writing it. Jensen? He signed it. Oh, well, he was one of the people. I don't know if there were actual signers of did they sign it? They signed the Declaration. Well, the delegates, I guess, signed it. But he was one of the signers of it. But he wrote, one of the important things is that he wrote it. He was one of the main people who wrote it, yes?
Madison was both smart and fair.
Okay. I think it's more about him writing it, is the important part of it, is he is one of the main writers of it. Very good. Teddy?
He wrote some of the laws on it.
He wrote a bunch of the laws. Very good. So very, very good. There's a lot of information in here for you to remember, isn't there, boys and girls?
Yeah.
So we've gone over all the important parts. So you could close your book. I'm going to say, I'm wishing you good luck on your test.